and welcome to Canguro English. I'm Christian, and today we are going to be talking about the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. So what is the difference between countable and uncountable or mass nouns? Well, the difference is that we consider in English that some things cannot be separated into individual units and counted. So they include things like substances, like water or gold, abstract concepts like love and music, weather like rain and sun, and also collections of things like furniture. So things in these categories are uncountable nouns. So now let's go to the board and let's study uncountable nouns in more detail. Okay, so let's look at uncountable nouns. So uncountable nouns are always singular. They have no plural form. Although there are some words which only exist in the plural which are uncountable. For example, scissors, jeans. But apart from a small selection of words, they're always singular, okay? And a problem is that most uncountable words in English are countable in most other languages. So it's something that you're going to have to get used to if English is your second language. You can check in your dictionary. When you learn a new noun, look in the dictionary. It will tell you if it's countable or uncountable, marked with a C for countable or a U for uncountable. Or maybe it will say countable, uncountable, or mass noun as well. A mass noun is the same as uncountable. So which articles can you use with countable and uncountable nouns? Well, we know that a and un can only refer to singular nouns. So this is definitely for things that are countable. The for things that are countable as well. Some and any for both countable and uncountable nouns. Much and little only for uncountable. And many and few for countable. But sometimes this can be, a little bit tricky to remember this when you're speaking. So the solution is a lot of in positive and negative can be used for countable, uncountable. It's fantastic. It's easy to remember. So especially if you're at a beginner level with your English, a lot of is perfect. Now, the interesting thing is that many nouns in English are both countable and uncountable. So, for example, when we talk about hair, you could say, her hair is blonde. So, all of her hair. We're not counting each individual piece of hair. Or, I can say, there is a hair in my soup. One individual hair. Another example, I love pizza. So, I'm talking about the concept, the idea of pizza, the general idea. Whereas here, I want a pizza, okay? So uncountable, countable, uncountable, countable. And you will find that a majority of the nouns in English can be used in this way. Now, sometimes, not only can a noun be countable and uncountable, but if we use the countable and the uncountable noun, they have a difference in meaning. So this is an example here. I have a glass. So a glass, the countable version, would be the object that you drink from. But if you say, I have glass, here when we use the uncountable version, we are talking about the substance glass. So, which is used to make windows. So you could have hundreds of tons of glass in your backyard, completely different things. So how can we change uncountable nouns into countable nouns? Well, the vast majority of uncountable nouns in English can be changed to countable using a bit of, bits of, or a piece of and pieces of. For example, a bit of information or a piece of information. Or maybe a bit of advice or a piece of advice. Bits of knowledge. And just using these two simple words, bit and piece, we can easily change uncountable into countable. This doesn't work for all nouns. There are some combinations that you'll have to memorize. For example, how do we make rain, luck, and transport countable? Look in your dictionaries. Well, hopefully now you know everything that you need to know about countable and uncountable nouns. If you would like to see any more videos about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, anything to do with English, then don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in class.